Okay, hi everyone, it's Allison, and unfortunately, there's a story behind this. I was recording a video of this, and my mom, walked in on my video, and I told her, I was like, I'm recording, please don't walk in on this, and she, unfortunately did, and I was like, I'm recording, really nice, and she started freaking out at me and got, all mad, so I had to re-record this video, and my camera, my high-definition camera, is dead, so that's why I'm on my webcam. Anyways, this is going to be my back to school series. Today was my first day of school. Let me turn on the color real quick. I just don't like color for some reason. I'm a weird person. Well, I guess it doesn't look that bad. But this is my eye makeup. And it's just, this side got mascara on it, you can see. But I didn't feel like washing my whole eye off after I did that. It's just a kind of brownish smoky eye. And I curled my hair. And then I got this really cute shirt at Kohl's. It's lacy and tiered, and then this gray cardigan, and then I'm just wearing some dark wash capris, and I wore a pair of ballet flats and my glasses. But y'all can see my screen in it, so I decided not to do that for this video. Anyways, today was my first day of school, and it went so well. I'm a senior this year, and it went by so fast. I'm sorry, my throat's all scratchy. I don't feel very good. I think I have strep. I have a doctor's appointment later. But I wanted to make this video for you guys, and this isn't just for freshmen. This is for people that are going to a new school, or even homeschooled people who are going to school for the first time, because I know a few people who have done that. Here, it looks kind of crazy, and this lighting is just weird. Anyways, so I'm doing this video right now on tips for high school. This is my little pad, and it's I have writing on it. Don't look at my writing though, it's atrocious. So, let's begin. So for my tips for high school, I'm just gonna read them off of this little paper here, because I wrote them down because I have ADD, so that's why it's all wrote down and stuff. But and then explain them a little bit further, so I hope this helps you guys. So my first tip is to be yourself. I know it's generic and stuff like that, but the most important thing that comes along with this rule is you can't expect everyone in school to like you. You can't expect everyone to like how you act and how you talk and how you dress. Not everyone is going to like you, and if you are yourself, then that leaves less room for drama. So if you're acting kind of fake, not really fake, I'm sorry, this lighting's so weird, but if you're acting kind of fake, for real, son? You just now came out? If you're acting not fake, but just not yourself, and then you start acting yourself after a while, then some people aren't gonna like your actual you, so you're just saving time with friendships and stuff like that. Just be yourself, and if people don't like you, then people don't like you. I know a lot of people don't like me just because I'm a very loud, outspoken person. I'm very obnoxious and annoying. If you want me to be blunt and say it, I am. And not everybody likes that, but that's okay, because I realize that the few close friends that I do have enjoy me for who I am and not for what I'm not. Tip number 1. So the next tip that I have is probably the most important tip I'll ever say. I probably should have said it first. If you go into school saying that you hate school, and if you go in there in a bad mood, your whole year is going to be miserable. If you go into school every single day being hey, this day is gonna suck because I'm in school, and I understand everybody has bad days, and you don't have to like everyone at school. I go in all the time. Well, I used to go in all the time and be I hate school, and I hate this girl, and I don't want to see her today, and if she sits next to me in biology, I'm gonna punch her, and all this other stuff. But then this year I just realized, not only am I growing up, because yeah, I'm a senior, but it's just common sense. If you go somewhere with a bad attitude, then you're gonna have a bad experience. High school is only a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You can't go back and do it, unless you fail, but you don't want to do that. So just go in with a good, positive attitude, and it'll make your days go by a lot faster. I woke up this morning, and I was getting ready. I woke up, and I didn't really feel good last night. My throat kind of hurt a little bit, and I couldn't breathe out my nose. I still can't. And I woke up this morning, and I was if I could show you guys the before and after pictures, it's a world of difference. But I woke up and I was even though I don't feel my best today, I'm going to try to look nice and try to be in a good mood. So, and it just made things a lot better. I feel I had a lot better day because I don't know, I just feel if I look nice, I'll feel nice. So just try to make the best of your high school experience. The next tip that I have is to walk on the right side of the hallway. Please. Freshman, I'm not like a killer senior. Like today, I'm so proud of myself. I helped a little freshman. She was like walking up the stairwell and she walked back down, and I was like, do you need help? And she was like, yeah. Like, you could tell she was really upset because she didn't know where she was going, and I helped her out. But anyways, especially freshmen, this is a really important rule. I know sometimes in middle school you don't, like at our middle school, you don't get walk around time, but in my high school you do get walk around time where you can like walk around in the mornings before the first bell rings. So just walk on the right side of the hallway. If you're leaving a classroom and you're going out of the classroom and you're going to the right side of the hallway, turn to your right. And if you're going away from the classroom and making a left, it's like driving. Like, if you're taking a right, you know, swerve into traffic, and if you're going into left, if you're taking a left, you gotta yield, go across and over. So, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it is just like traffic, honestly, and driving. It's just like that. And another really important thing, please do not stop in the middle of the hallway to talk to your friends. I know it's like a really exciting thing whenever you're a freshman that you get to see your friends before you go to class and talk to them about the drama that happened last night and your boyfriend kissed you and you guys went out to the movies and there's so much drama with this girl, but I know you want to talk to them about that, but you can text that to them or even call them that night or after school even. That would be so much better than when everybody's trying to walk like around you. It's like, again, like traffic. If a car stops in the middle of nowhere, like people keep going around it and they all get annoyed and like honk your horn at you. So just think of that. And if you're going to your locker, I know our lockers are in the hallway, so this is really hard to do, but like say you have 6 of your friends around your locker, that clogs up the hallway too, and that's really annoying. Just tell them like to go on without you and we'll catch up with them later. If you have to stop at your locker to like empty your backpack or put stuff in your backpack, just be like, hey, I'll catch up with you later. Especially if like there's a girl whose locker is close to mine and she always brings like 6 of her friends to her locker, and I'm always trying to get into my locker and I'm like, excuse me, I need to get in my locker. Like, we only have 4 minutes in between classes to get to our next class, and that includes locker breaks and bathroom breaks. So don't be sitting there talking to your friends whenever I'm trying to get my stuff and bolt upstairs, okay? That's just gonna make things a lot easier for you, and you'll get annoyed with it as you grow up. Okay. The next one is highlight your map of the school. So I tried painting over this, but this is our agenda book. I'm not going to show you the cover because it has my name on it, but this is our agenda book, and in our agenda book there is a map of our school. This is the first floor, as you can see, and the second floor. So whenever I was a freshman, I only did this when I was a freshman, but after that, like, our school's small, so it's not that hard to find where you're going. But I highlighted routes of where I was going from one class to the next in different colors of highlighters, and it helped me get around a lot. And if your agenda book doesn't have a floor plan in it, you can go to your office, or even a teacher might have one, just a map of the school. Most teachers have them because they have like their fire drill plan. So just ask for one at the guidance office or the office or something like that, and they'll be really willing to give it to you. Or even back to school night, they normally give them to you. But just be sure to keep that and highlight it, and it'll help you a lot. Okay, the next tip is to organize your binders. I know, like in middle school, like you have papers all over the place. Your locker is mountains high up to your face with your trash and stuff and all your old papers. Don't do that in high school because you will lose important papers, and high school is like preparing you for college. You know, in high school, like, yeah, you can go to a teacher if you lost a paper and be like, oh, hey, I lost a paper, can I get an extra copy? But in college, they don't do that for you. So this is just a good time to start preparing yourself for college, to be organized, to be responsible, to be mature about certain situations. So always keep your binders organized, and always keep those little reinforcers in your thing. That's one thing I didn't do today, and I've already had a paper rip out, but thankfully it got stuck in my binder and I found it, so I now have my reinforcements in my binder. Always remember those. And they may be kind of expensive, but they're definitely worth it. Okay, the next one is take notes you may not remember on Post-its. We read last year of Mice and Men in my English 3 class, and I have ADD, so sometimes like I'll read over something and I don't even realize that it's like a really important fact. So I always write down little notes on Post-its and I put them in the book, or if we're not allowed to like put them in books, then I always write them down on like notebook papers, or I buy like a separate notebook just for that class, and I'll write like of mice and men at top, and then I'll put like little stars of important stuff to remember for tests. And that helps a lot, especially if you're like me, because I can like read over the same paragraph 3 times and I'll be like, what did I just read? It's annoying. Okay, the next one is lunch. I know freshman is like a really overwhelming experience when you have lunch for the first time, because you don't want to sit at a table and it be like a senior's old table or something like that. But honestly, if it is, most seniors will just ask you to move, or not even that. Most seniors are just like, dude, it's a table, like I don't care, like don't worry about that, it's not that big of a deal. If they ask you to move, just there's 50 other tables to sit at, so don't worry about it. And another thing that's really important is to invite lonely people to your table. I know my freshman year I was like so scared, I didn't know what to do, but thankfully I had lunch with my sister and her friends, so I knew them. And then in the middle of the year, this girl named Lexi moved, and she was sitting at the table right next to us all by herself, and we invited her over. And that's something that they'll remember for the rest of your life. And just remember that kindness travels on. When you do something kind for someone, they'll do something kind for someone else, because they'll remember you. So just invite lonely people. Like, even if they look weird, Lexi looked weird, but I mean, whatever. I invited her. She was really nice, and it's not the looks that count, because I look like a popular girl, or I look pretty or whatever. That's what people tell me all the time, and I'm like the weirdest person there is. So thankfully she wasn't too freaked out by our table. So, the next one is don't procrastinate. Girls and guys, let me tell you, I am the queen of procrastination. I will get on to type a research paper or a book report, which we don't do book reports in high school. But I would get on and I'd be like, I'm going to type this and I'm going to do really good. And then I'd be like, ooh, Facebook. Ooh, Facebook drama. Ooh, Twitter. YouTube. Tumblr. That's my big one. It's Tumblr. It's my big procrastinator. But this previous year, I was like, you know what? I'm done. The day that I would get something, I would try to finish it. Like, say we had something due in a week for like a project, I would start on it that day, and I would not stop until I was like either so tired and sleep deprived that I had to go to bed, or I just would just finish it completely that one night. And if you turn it in early, it gets like brownie points for teachers. Like, if you turn in assignments early that aren't due for like a week, teachers are like, they're ahead of the game, they're responsible, they're mature. You get on their good side. So just don't procrastinate. Honestly, log out of your Facebook or even shut down your internet unless you need it for sole research purposes. And what I had to do, actually, I taped a index card right up in the corner of my computer that said, no Facebook, no Tumblr, finish your report. I'm not even kidding you, I had to tape that to there. So, don't procrastinate. The next two kind of go together. Don't get upset and don't get involved in too much drama. Sorry, had to fix the lighting. Okay, so don't get too upset. Like, just, people are going to say stuff about you. It's not nearly as bad as middle school, but people will say stuff about you. But just don't get too upset over it. Like, don't be like, oh, she said something mean about me, or like if someone like insults your clothes or something, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you guys a story. When I was a sophomore, I was sitting at a lunch table with a girl who was a lesbian and who had a girlfriend at the time, and we had been friends before I even knew she was a lesbian. Since we were really little, we used to cheer together on like the Ram cheerleading, like, yeah, you know, like, you know what I mean. And I sat with her at lunch because I had no one to sit with my sophomore year. So I sat with her, and I guess everybody thought that being gay was like some kind of disease, or it was like contagious or something. So because I sat with her at our lunch table, I was a lesbian too. And I remember coming home and I cried just knowing that people were calling me a lesbian. People were writing me on Facebook saying, are you gay? And like all this other stuff. And I cried for so long. And the next day I went into Spanish, and I actually forgot my binder in Spanish class. And I went to open it up to find my homework, and there was lesbian written in big fat letters over every single one of my papers. And I bolted out of my Spanish room crying. Like, my teacher felt so bad. She had no idea who did it. She was just so upset. And I was really upset too. And then that night, like, I sat there and I was like, wait a minute. This doesn't even make sense. Because at the time, she had a girlfriend and I had a boyfriend. So I don't know where anybody was getting the information. And she was with a girlfriend for 2 years. So I didn't know where anybody was getting their information. It was just ridiculous. And that weekend, I actually had stayed with my sister-in-law, and we went shopping, and we went to Spencer's, and there was a shirt there that said, "I enjoy vagina," and my sister bought it for me, and I just wore it to school, like, no care at all. I mean, obviously I don't, but just the fact that I could, like, shove it in their face and be like, "Yeah, I do. What's your problem?" You know? So don't get it too upset over, like, drama and stuff like that. And don't get involved in drama. It's basically the same thing. Like, if you hear someone talking about someone else, you can listen in. Of course you can. Like, everybody's going to. Gossip's a good thing. Like, drama is needed in life to make things interesting. However, don't spread that rumor on to other people, because, like with me, you know, people were spreading on that rumor, people who I thought cared about me, genuinely cared about me, and it really made me upset. And you don't want to purposely upset someone just by spreading a rumor. Like, it can really hurt people's feelings. So, I mean, I'm guilty of doing it. I did it whenever I was younger, but I'm just giving you guys tips to try to help you so that, like, if I was in high school, these were the things I wouldn't have done. Always take pictures and never say no to pictures. When you're in high school, pictures are like a big thing. Like, the yearbook will come and try to take pictures of you, and don't be like, "Ew, I look so gross. Like, I don't even want my picture taken right now because I just don't look good." Like, ew. Don't. Because when you're in 20 years, like, you're going to be getting wrinkles anyway, so who cares? Like, this is the best time of your life to take pictures of yourself. And, later on in life, like, you're going to look at those pictures and be like, "I'm really glad I took those pictures," because though they look stupid, you're going to laugh really hard at them and remember all the memories that came with it. Like, I'm in the theater club, so I always take pictures during the plays and stuff like that, during, like, play rehearsals and all that with all of my classmates, and it's just so much fun. And I look back on those pictures whenever I was a freshman, and I was like, I looked so stupid, but I just don't care because it was so funny. Okay, the next is try to look good. So, as you can see, I look pretty nice today. And I mean, everybody looks nice on their first day of school. But like I said earlier, if you look good, you're going to feel better about yourself. You know, like, self-image is a big thing in high school. Like, if you look good, then there's no reason for other people to make fun of you. And I realize, like, there's going to be lazy days or days that you're up until 4 o'clock in the morning doing an assignment, which if you don't procrastinate, then you won't have that problem. But, so you're going to want to wear, like, sweatpants a few days or, like, yoga pants a few days. But even if you wear yoga pants, wear, like, a cute shirt with it, like a V-neck or something. Something that looks kind of cute, you know? Just try to look good, you know? It just makes you feel better about yourself. And, like, if you're having a crap day and you put some makeup on, you're like, well, I feel better. Like, if I would have went to school today with no makeup on and just threw my hair up in a bun and sweats, I might have felt more comfortable, but I would have, like, felt, like, more sick. I don't know how to explain it. It may just be me, but I don't think so. Remember the necessities. For girls, this is a girls only tip, so boys, if you're listening, please plug your ears. Okay, so girls, always remember your necessities. For me, I always carry hand sanitizer with me for before lunch. Always, always, always. You don't know what you're touching on those desks, and you don't want to eat, like, food off your hands that are on those desks. Disgusting. So always remember your hand sanitizer. Always, always, always remember a hair tie. You can put it in, like, a zipper of your purse or something, but just do not forget it, because one day it might be really hot and nobody will lend you a hair tie. And keep a few in there for your friends, too, because that's nice. And always remember a tampon or a pad, whatever you use, just because if it would hit you and you weren't expecting it, like, it's really awkward going around. Like, not for me, because I'm an outgoing person. Like, I'll go up to someone that I don't even know and be like, "Do you have a tampon?" But if you're, like, a more shy person, you always want to have that. And especially for a friend, like, if they start and they're like, "Do you have a tampon?" Then you can be like, "Yeah." And you can save their life, seriously. Like, I can't even tell you how many of my friends I've used, and I was, like, so thankful for it. So now I always keep at least 2 in my little zipper pocket of my purse. So just remember those things. Next is to stay organized. Like I said before, with organized binders, just stay organized. Don't lose papers. Don't lose tests or anything important. Don't lose signatures, report cards. Don't lose any of that. Just keep it in little folders. There are these little expandable folders. I don't know what they're called, but they have like a little elastic around this button-looking thing, and then it expands in, like, 5 divisions, so you can, like, label your class names. So if you have something to get signed or if you have homework that night, put it in there. So those things are amazing. I haven't even got one for me yet, but I'm going to Walmart tonight to get them. So they're so nice to have, and you won't lose papers that way because it shuts at the top. Like folders, they can just fall out of, but it shuts at the top, and it's like really good. It fits in your backpack too. And most importantly, have fun. I know that's like so cliche to say, but honestly, high school is the most rewarding experience of your life. You want to have fun while you're there, you know? You don't want to go and have like a terrible, miserable time and then look back on it and be like, I really wish, you know, I would have been more social. I don't know what my brother's doing. See, he's having fun. But you just want to be social and just have a lot of fun. Go to the football games and go to the basketball games and cheer on. No matter how bad that your school sucks, trust me, we're probably the worst in football. But we have the biggest, we call it the six-man club because, I don't know, that's just what we call it. And people always come to our games and just cheer it on, just cheer them on. And it makes them feel good whenever they see that, you know, the football players and stuff, whenever they see that people from their school are coming to support them. Let me light this up a little bit. And go to the basketball games, go to all the dances, whether you don't like to dance or not. Just go and just sit around with your friends and talk to them. Like, you don't have to dance. I stand there the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. I dance a lot because I'm, like, awkward and I like dance like this. But just go with your friends and talk to them. Like, you don't want to regret anything in high school. And if you do everything, then you're not going to have any regrets. You know, you might be like, well, it wasn't as fun as I thought, but I'm glad I tried. So I hope you all have the best high school year ever, high school years, whatever you want to say. You know, if you're a freshman, I hope you have the best years of your life. Make it worth it. Make it count. And for seniors and for juniors, and sophomores, just make the rest of it the most amazing time of your life. So I hope this helped you guys, and thank you for watching. And I'm going to be doing more back to school tips. I'm going to be doing a what's in my school bag, what's in my purse, school hair, school makeup, and I guess clothing ideas. If you guys want to do, I think I was going to do an outfit of the day with this, but you guys kind of already saw it. But I'll probably do some outfit of the days too. So I hope this helped you guys, and have a fabulous year. Bye!